Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well, and it's Tuesday night at the fights from the Yale Bowl in New Haven, Connecticut. And what a fight card we have. The main event, Gene Tunney defends his heavyweight championship against the number one ranked contender, Sonny Liston, a battle of the undefeated. Co-main event, for the Middleweight Championship of the World, Marvelous Marvin Hagler takes on Rocky Graziano, the number one contender. In our top prelim, 12 rounds for the United States Boxing Association heavyweight title, vacated by Sonny Liston as he attempts to take the world title from Tunney. Big fight for both of these pugilists. They're coming off losses. Rocky Marciano coming off a loss to Sonny Liston for the vacant USBA title. And George Foreman coming off a draw and then a loss to Gene Tunney for the World Heavyweight Championship. Marciano Foreman, 12 rounds, USBA heavyweight title. Our opening prelim bout, 10 rounds, middleweights. You could fight this probably in half a phone booth. Vito Antuofermo, the number 3rd ranked middleweight in the world, taking on Jake LaMotta, who makes his debut, and he debuts at number 61. So let's get to Antuofermo and LaMotta. Let's go to preview the fight. Vito Antuofermo 1-0, split decision victory over James Hard Rock Green. Overall, Antuofermo from Palo del Colle, Italy, fighting also out of Brooklyn, New York, or the Bronx, I can't remember. 57-2 with 21 stoppages. Vito's as tough as they come, but he bleeds like a sieve. He's going to want to fight on the inside or bring pressure the majority of the times. Outside, 1 through 6, never elusive. Endurance 27. Jake LaMotta making his debut in our Legends of Boxing universe. The Bronx Bull, 83-19-4 with 30 stoppages. Endurance is 32. Both control factors will be 8, so it's going to be even Stevens. He'll rely on the 20-sided dice roll. LaMotta does not fight elusive or too much on the outside. He's insider pressure. He likes to throw combinations and hooks. Antuofermo likes to throw combinations and the uppercut. To ring center we go here at the Yale Bowl. 80,000 strong for this fight card in New Haven, Connecticut. As always, our referee is Dave Gardner. The ringside physician is Dave Little, Dr. Dave Little. Our ring announcer is Kirk Berglund. 10 rounds middleweights. Antuofermo out of the red corner. LaMotta, the Bronx Bull, out of the blue corner. Again, you can see the control even at 10. They get their final instructions from referee Dave Gardner. Joining us here at ringside, Steeler fan 1933, our good friend Matt, hope all is well, and Robbie Wartburg. The instructions have been given. There are no questions from their chief seconds. We'll see if referee Gardner lets them fight on the inside. That's where they want to be, and that's what the fans want to see. They go back to their corners. They await the bell, and here's the bell for round number 1. And LaMotta bores in at Antuofermo. They're going billy goat to billy goat, head to head. LaMotta throws. Antuofermo ducks underneath. They tie up. Antuofermo works the free hand. Now it's Vito Antuofermo. And Antuofermo holds with his left and bangs away with a hook to the body, then up to the head of Jake LaMotta. LaMotta looks to come right back in tight as he rat-a-tats Antuofermo with a 3-punch salvo. Left, right hook to the body, then the left hook to the head. And Antuofermo has a minor cut already near the left eye. Antuofermo is already drawing blood, but it draws the ire of Vito Antuofermo. Antuofermo comes right back with a rat-a-tat combination. 1-2 to the body and 1-2 to the head against the Bronx Bull, Jake LaMotta. LaMotta lands a grazing combination as Antuofermo tries to dip away. That blood is bothering Vito, but it's something that Vito is used to doing. And now LaMotta holds and rips a right uppercut through the guard of Vito Antuofermo. Antuofermo coming right back as he rat-a-tats LaMotta with a left to the body and a right uppercut, splitting the Bronx Bulls guard. Under a minute to go here, approximately 38 seconds, and it's Antuofermo wailing away. LaMotta gets low, he comes up, and he counters with a left hook and a right uppercut, and Antuofermo felt those punches. We come to a conclusion of round one, and it's Jake LaMotta banging away with hooks to the body at the bell. LaMotta stole that round at the end, in our opinion. Neither fighter, tremendous power punchers, but they will wear you down through attrition. Antuofermo's power is a 2. LaMotta's power is a 1. LaMotta, a very dirty fighter. Antuofermo considered an average fighter when it comes to bending the rules. We gave round one unofficially to Jake LaMotta. Here we go, round number 2. And it's Antuofermo again, toe-to-toe they go, ring center. And Vito bangs away with a slapping combination, but it's scored 2 to the body and 2 to the head. LaMotta looks to come right back, left hook, right hook, both body shots. Antuofermo stands and bangs again, a 4-punch salvo. A little more oomph on those punches. Rat-a-tats the body, then comes up to the head. His punches were straight to the head, though, of Jake LaMotta. LaMotta doesn't blink. He bangs a hook to the body, a good left hook, brings it right up to the cranium of Antuofermo. Antuofermo comes right back. Right hand, left uppercut, and another right hand. And that makes the Bronx Bull blink. LaMotta rages back with a left to the body and a right uppercut, snapping Antuofermo's head. Again, a slight trickle of blood from that cut near the left eye of Vito Antuofermo. LaMotta continues to punch, digging hooks to the rib cage of Vito Antuofermo. Toe-to-toe exchange, under 30 seconds to go. Again, they are fighting this ring center in a phone booth, and there is a jab and a right hand by Vito Antuofermo. 2 quick short shots and the bell. Wow, another close, tight round. I give that one to Antuofermo. We have it 1 round apiece. Antuofermo still with a lot of gas in his tank. So true is Jake LaMotta. Ringside Scorer has it 1-1, exactly the way we have it. First round LaMotta, second round Antuofermo. Round 3 scheduled for 10. Our opening 4-bout card here from New Haven at the Yale Bowl. And it's LaMotta who rages out towards Antuofermo. Antuofermo meets the challenge, and he meets a right cross and then a left hook to the body. That blood continues to trickle from near the left eye of Vito Antuofermo. Now they clash heads. And Antuofermo has a cut under the right eye. LaMotta, head like a rock, nothing. So blood all over the face of Vito Antuofermo. Antuofermo ties up LaMotta, now works his hands free. Rat-a-tats the rib cage. Then the uppercut to the head of Jake LaMotta. Both fighters wing right hands. Both fighters miss. How, I don't know. Antuofermo bangs a hook to the body, another hook to the body, and a right uppercut, snapping the head of Jake LaMotta. LaMotta blinks, but there is no blood. Antuofermo raging back. He is bleeding. He is an angry badger. A right cross to the jaw of Jake LaMotta, and then a left hook to the side of LaMotta. 44 seconds to go. Clash of heads again. Referee Gardner tells them to watch themselves, but the only bloody pugilist is Vito Antuofermo. LaMotta comes back, throws the cross. Antuofermo dips low, ties up, they break. Final seconds here in round 3, and it's LaMotta who rips that uppercut twice as he holds on to Antuofermo. There's the bell to end round 3. We gave that round to Jake LaMotta. Joining us at ringside, Forrest Heitert. How you doing, my friend? Along with Robbie Wartburg and Steeler Fan 1933. Round 4 scheduled for 10. And again, toe-to-toe they go. Ring center, in tight. Jake LaMotta bangs away with a combination as they maul and brawl at ring center. Antuofermo comes right back with a left hook to the body and a chopping right hand to the head of the Bronx Bull. Toe-to-toe exchange. Both men fire, both men land. The crowd is loving this fight. LaMotta, double left hook to the head of Antuofermo. The blood starts to flow from both cuts. One near the left eye, one near the right eye of Vito Antuofermo. Antuofermo comes back, hooking left and right to the body of Jake LaMotta. Antuofermo forcing LaMotta back a step, and he lands a chopping right hand and a left uppercut. Good job by Vito Antuofermo. LaMotta comes right back with a left right to the body and then the left uppercut to the head of Vito Antuofermo. LaMotta continues to punch. Double left hook to the jaw of Vito Antuofermo. Antuofermo dips and comes up, and he lands a left right, and there's the bell. Another close round. Round 4, I give to Jake LaMotta unofficially. Let's go to the ringside scorer. 39-38 Antuofermo. We have LaMotta slightly ahead. I could see this, though. These rounds are very, very close. Round 5, we come up on the midway point of this scheduled 10-round middleweight bout. It's Antuofermo tying up, but works his hands free. He throws. LaMotta smothers him as he dips low. Those punches did not land by Vito Antuofermo. And again, Antuofermo is smothered by LaMotta. LaMotta looks to counter, and he bangs the body left-right to the rib cage of Antuofermo. LaMotta continues to throw, ties him up with the left arm, and bangs away with the right uppercut to the head of Antuofermo. Antuofermo is backing up slightly, and LaMotta continues to throw. As the Bronx Bull forces Antuofermo back, he rat-a-tats a three-punch combination, left, right, and then the left to the head of Vito Antuofermo. Blood begins to flow from both cuts, left eye, near the left and right eye of Antuofermo. Antuofermo fights back, a 1-2 in tight, nice, crisp, short punches, scoring blows. LaMotta comes back hard to the body, and then with a chopping right hand to Vito Antuofermo. Under a minute to go, and it's LaMotta doing the punching. And again, LaMotta likes to hold on to Antuofermo and rips two uppercuts, right-hand uppercuts through the guard of Vito Antuofermo. Antuofermo looks to answer, and Antuofermo does, as he comes back with a two-punch salvo to the body of Jake LaMotta. Right hook, and then a left hook. Toe-to-toe exchange, and there's the bell. Another close round in the books as we prepare for round 6. Again, I think LaMotta is just doing enough to win these close rounds. Round 6 scheduled for 10. There's the bell. And LaMotta goes on the belt line. Referee Gardner says that's okay. Both fighters feint but don't fire. They're slowing down just a bit. LaMotta, again, they bore in, they maul and brawl, but it's LaMotta who works his hands free, banging away at the body, and then again comes the uppercut to the head. Can Antuofermo answer? LaMotta letting his hands go. Antuofermo just being smothered with body punches, and LaMotta always finishing the combination with that right uppercut that finds Antuofermo square in the face. Toe-to-toe exchange. Neither pugilist got the better of it. Both fighters wing right hands and miss. 41 seconds to go here in round 6, and Vito Antuofermo doubles up with his left hook. One to the body and one to the head. Antuofermo looking to rally here in the final moments of round 6, and that's just what he's doing. Left right to the head of Jake LaMotta. LaMotta not punching. LaMotta works his hands free, and LaMotta, 4-punch salvo, snapping the head of Vito Antuofermo. The first punch was a left to the body, and then right, left, right to the head. Once again, Jake LaMotta, in our eyes, has taken the round. After Antuofermo tried to rally towards the end of round 6. Let's go to the ringside scorer. We have LaMotta ahead pretty comfortably in a very tight fight. A lot of close rounds that we've given to LaMotta. And the ringside scorer after 6 rounds has LaMotta up by 1, 58-57. I can also see that. RJL518 has joined us. Check out that wonderful channel. Our good friend Rob. Hope you're feeling better. As he says, go USA and LaMotta. In the Antuofermo corner, Freddie Brown is telling Vito, you're stronger than him, you're meaner than him, now go kick his ass. In the LaMotta corner, Jakey's brother's saying, pound him down, pound him down. Round 7, scheduled for 10, and it's LaMotta pouncing on Antuofermo, but Antuofermo smothers the punches. The Bronx Bulls' blows did not land. Antuofermo starts to bull the bull back, and Vito throws. Uppercut, left hand, and another left uppercut. Snapping the head of Jake LaMotta. Toe-to-toe exchange as they fire away, both with 4-punch salvos. Crowd on its feet here at the Yale Bowl. LaMotta looking to retaliate. LaMotta throws 3 punches. The last one did land. A left to the body, the first 2 missed. Antuofermo comes right back with a rat-a-tat shots to the rib cage. 1 minute to go here in round number 7. LaMotta throws the right cross. Antuofermo parries it away. Antuofermo digs hard to the body and comes up to the head, backing up the Bronx Bull for just a moment. Antuofermo looks to pounce. LaMotta fires back with a double left hook to the head of Vito Antuofermo. And now that right eye, not only does it have a cut near it, but it is starting to swell shut from the punishment upon Vito Antuofermo's face from the fists of Jake LaMotta. Final seconds here in round 7. Toe-to-toe exchange favoring Jake LaMotta. Antuofermo is a swollen, bloody mess as he heads back to his corner. We give that round squarely in the favor of Jake LaMotta. They are working feverishly in the Antuofermo corner on the 2 cuts. One near the left eye, one near the right eye, and now some horrific swelling that has basically shut the eye of Vito Antuofermo. It is the right eye. Referee Dave Gardner goes over to take a look. In the Antuofermo corner, they're saying they're all right, they can go. In the LaMotta corner, Jakey's brother's saying, you got him, let's go home. Round 8, scheduled for 10. And they clash heads again. These fighters are fearless. They're going billy goat to billy goat. And surprisingly, no blood, no new blood from Antuofermo, no blood at all from LaMotta. And again they clash heads. And referee Gardner says, watch the heads. I don't think they can. Antuofermo comes back with a left hook to the body, right uppercut, left hook. And LaMotta is starting to puff up near the left eye. Can Antuofermo take advantage of this? A furious exchange at ring center again. Both pugilists banging away with hooks to the body and up to the head. 4 punches land for both these tough, fine pugilists. Antuofermo comes right back. Uppercut. And then a chopping right hand. And LaMotta felt that. Antuofermo sensing he has an opportunity here. Another right hand by Vito Antuofermo. A short chopping shot inside. Then he digs the left to the body. Antuofermo punching away. He misses those shots. Under 30 seconds to go. LaMotta looks to answer with body shots. Antuofermo comes right back. Rat-a-tatting LaMotta at the bell. 4-punch salvo by Vito Antuofermo. Sometimes he slaps with his punches on the inside, but he is effective. Antuofermo takes round 8 in our eyes. Antuofermo breathing quite heavily now in his corner. Jake LaMotta, the fresher of the two. But he too is beginning to labor. Let's go to the ringside score. Antuofermo 77, LaMotta 76. We have LaMotta ahead, I believe, by 2 points. But again, these rounds have been very close and can go either way. Round 9, scheduled for 10. And it's Antuofermo coming right out. Jake LaMotta meets the challenge, but it's Antuofermo who throws. Again, he hooks to the body with the left hand. and then goes chopping right hand to the head of Jake LaMotta. LaMotta answering back with a double left hook to the head of Vito Antuofermo, and that cut is getting worse near the left eye of Antuofermo. Antuofermo bloody, but he throws the right hand. He's having trouble seeing now. He missed LaMotta. Antuofermo continues to fire, and again Antuofermo misses the right hand. LaMotta smothers him. LaMotta starts to walk Antuofermo back. Referee Gardner breaks them. We have about a minute to go here in round 9. LaMotta again with a left hook. This time he doubles it. One to the body and then up to the head. And there's a chopping right hand behind it. And now blood from the nose of Vito Antuofermo. His face is ground beef and bloody. Toe-to-toe exchange, ring center. LaMotta starting to try to pour it on. Another exchange. Antuofermo starts to back, tries to hold his ground. 16 seconds to go here in round 9. Vito fires, and Vito lands a left uppercut and a right cross. Jakey felt that, and there is the bell. Unbelievable action in this opening bout of our 4-bout schedule here at the Yale Bowl in New Haven, Connecticut. Main event, 15 rounds, heavyweight championship of the world. Gene Tunney, Sonny Liston. Sonny Liston, the #1 ranked contender. 3 more minutes of boxing, if you can call it that. It has been brute force and brute violence. Let's go to the ringside scorer. He has Antuofermo up by 2. I see it the other way. But again, these rounds are very, very close. This has draw written all over it. Final 3 minutes of bloody Vito Antuofermo. As you can see, the goop around the eyes, but you can see the blood trickling from the goop. He's got that horrific swelling near the right eye. LaMotta has some swelling near the left eye, but not as bad. They touch gloves. Here's the bell for the final 3 minutes, round 10. And it's Antuofermo taking control, and Antuofermo holding and hitting. Good job by Vito, trying to maul and brawl his way to victory. The uppercut snapped the head of Jake LaMotta. Vito throws 3 punches. LaMotta ducks, comes up countering, and he digs the left to the body, and then a chopping right hand to the jaw of Vito Antuofermo. Antuofermo undeterred. Antuofermo comes back with a 4-punch salvo. 3 to the body, and the last one was a right hook to the head. LaMotta looks to throw. LaMotta grazing uppercut. It was a right uppercut. Both fighters faint. Now they maul and brawl. About a minute left in this bout. Vito Antuofermo digs hard to the body and comes with a right uppercut, snapping the head of Jake LaMotta. Antuofermo continues to punch. Same salvo, except he lets his hands go. Rat-a-tatting 2 more punches to the head of Jake LaMotta. LaMotta blinks, but there's no blood. That swelling near the left eye is getting worse. 40 seconds to go in this bout, and Antuofermo throwing, but missing. LaMotta smothers the punches, tries to walk Antuofermo back. They tie up, they work the free hand. Referee Gardner breaks them. 16 seconds left. They go toe-to-toe, and there is the bell. Both fighters raise their arm in victory, and both fighters congratulate one another. Antuofermo now goes over to the LaMotta corner. LaMotta goes over to the Antuofermo corner. A bloody Antuofermo believes he has won. The same can be said for the Bronx Bull, Jake LaMotta. Let's go to the unofficial scoring. The ringside scorer had it Vito Antuofermo 97-94. We had it LaMotta by, I believe at the end, 1 or 2 points. I lose track because I'm not writing it down, but we had LaMotta in a close decision. This has draw written all over it. We go to the official results as referee Dave Gardner has gotten the scorecards, which were collected by the commission. Now he goes over it with the ringside announcer, Kurt Bergen. And here we are. 97-94 Antuofermo, 96-96, 97-95 Antuofermo. Vito Antuofermo wins a majority decision. So the plucky Italian outbulls the Bronx Bull, and Jake LaMotta is going insane. Jake felt that he won the fight, but the judges did not. At least 2 out of 3 did not. First judge, 97-90 for Antuofermo. Second judge had it even, 96-96. The third judge, 97-95 Antuofermo. So Vito Antuofermo goes to 2-0, fending off the challenge of Jake LaMotta, the Bronx Bull. It was Jake's initial appearance in our Legends of Boxing universe, and now he'll have to work his way back up. And with that victory, Vito Antuofermo has put himself in a nice spot for a possible title shot. However, if Hagler defeats Graziano, which he is favored to do, and retain his middleweight championship, Antuofermo will not fight Hagler. I do not like to fight bouts that really happened when I play my boxing games. So Antuofermo will be rooting hard for Rocky Graziano in hopes of getting a title shot. As ringside people are saying rigged, fixed. It's a close fight. It was a close fight. It was a close fight. Close fight. I had, in my eyes, looking at it and seeing it and calling it, I call it the way I visualize it when I see the result come up for the exchange, what's happening in the segment. I had LaMotta in a close win. But the judges didn't. Let's quickly go to the fight report. A lot of close rounds here. Antuofermo took the 10th. Antuofermo took the 9th. One judge had it even. Antuofermo took the 8th and the 7th. LaMotta took the 6th, 5th. 4th was even on all 3 judges. Split in round 3. Round 2, Graziano. Round 1, all for LaMotta. So that's how it goes. Very close fight. Can't argue with it. Joining us at ringside, Cutter Historical, Robbie Wartburg, RJL518, our good friend Rob, Jeff Ray, Main Event, Forrest Heitert, and of course, Steeler Fan 1933, our good friend Matt. So Vito Antuofermo goes to 2-0. Jake LaMotta drops to 0-1 in his debut in Legends of Boxing. Now, this would be a main event anywhere, and it's the main prelim. Rocky Marciano coming off a decision loss to Sonny Liston for the USBA title, the vacant title. Now again has another crack at the USBA vacant title, as Liston vacated the title to fight for the world championship against Gene Tunney. He takes on George Foreman, who has lost once to Tunney via stoppage, and in the first attempt at the title, it was a draw. So Marciano, Foreman, this is a huge crossroads fight. The loser really won't be shown on TV, well, on the channel too much, and will somehow try to work Ali in. That being said, Ali will never lose a fight the way his card is in this. Ali's an all-time great, but again, if you're going prime against prime, it seems like he's in his prime. That's cool. You're not really giving Marciano his prime, it seems. I kind of looked at... This is the way I judge fight ratings when it comes to cards. Again, it's all an opinion. It's good. It's for discussion. It's fun. And this is a great game. And the ratings are great. I'm not knocking that. What I'm saying is, you cannot rank a fighter when they have beaten other fighters in their prime, and you kind of see the other fighters that they've beaten, and they're like slightly either equal or better. How can you do that? If you take a look at like Ezra Charles and Joe Walcott, anyway. There's a lot of hate for Rocky Marciano, I've noticed, in these games. A lot of hate. When what for? Because he trained hard, worked hard, and he won. I don't know. And again, ratings are tough. I made Joe Baxkey in this game. It's a lot of fun. And again, I realized I rated him slightly too high when he beat Ezra Charles. Because I had him fight Ezra Charles because he really lost to Charles TKO in 11, I think. A 15-rounder. And then I tweaked his ratings a little bit and fought Charles 2 more times, and Charles stopped him in the 13th and in the 12th. So that was more acceptable to me. And Jersey Joe Walcott stopped him on cuts or decisioned him. I can't remember. But in real life, Walcott beat him in a 10-round decision. So I felt happy with my ratings. You can't, I mean, again, there's exceptions to that. Are you going to rate Leon Spinks, who defeated Ali, higher than Ali? Of course not. But when you have fighters who are at the same sort of level and different eras, you can't, oh, well, he's faster and he was a little bigger and he would have beat him. You don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know who would have won certain fights. They didn't happen, so. But I've noticed in a lot of games, people just do not like Rocky Marciano, and it just makes me laugh. All he did was win and work hard. He was your ultimate overachiever. But here we go. Big George Foreman, Rocky Marciano. Let's go to the preview. Again, this is huge. Marciano's 1-1. Foreman is 1-1. 1 win, 1 draw, 1 defeat. The draw and defeat came against Gene Tunney in Foreman's bid for the world title. Marciano stopped Johansson. I think it was Johansson. Yes, it was Johansson. And then he lost a majority decision to Sonny Liston. RGL 518 says Marciano is one of the GOATs. Watching films of him, he just beat other boxers up. Yeah, it's true. And again, I'm not saying who he's going to beat in history. I'm just saying he gets knocked all over the place, and it's very silly. You can only fight the guys who are there in history. Then they knock the guys he fought. Walcott is in the Hall of Fame. Ezra Charles in the Hall of Fame. Archie Moore is in the Hall of Fame. And they go, they were old. They were all great fighters when he fought them. Walcott got better as he got older. Ezra Charles was never the same after the Marcianos, the second fight. He beat Roland Lastarzer, who was a hell of a fighter. He beat Joe Louis. Again, Louis passed his prime, but Louis was beating everybody else. So when he came, unfortunately, Louis had to come out of retirement because the federal government would not forgive him his tax debt. How did he have tax debt, you say? Well, he donated 2 purses to Army Relief and Navy Relief during World War II, not realizing his accountant didn't realize he had to pay taxes on that. And instead of forgiving the debt, the good old U.S. government screwed Joe Louis. All right, so Rocky Marciano, 49-0 with 43 stoppages from Brockton, Massachusetts. 1-1 in our universe. Punching power 10, endurance 33. He is considered a dirty fighter when it comes to fouling, as he will hit you everywhere and then on the top of your head and on your shoes. George Foreman from Houston, Texas, Big George Foreman, who, when he won the gold medal in the 1968 Olympics, pulled out a small American flag and waved it. One of the most classy acts in sports history. He's considered a clean fighter when it comes to fouling. His endurance is poop. And again, his endurance when he had the comeback was tremendous. But when he was younger, in his prime, technically, only 15. And he is a murderous puncher, Foreman. With 11 power, Marciano with 10 power, another murderous puncher. Foreman likes when you come at him, and that's what Marciano's going to do. Foreman will have a slight edge in control factor. Marciano will have to have a bigger 20-sided die roll. Foreman bangs with hooks and cross. Marciano likes to come with the Suzy Q, the overhand right or the short right. And Marciano on the inside likes to throw in combinations, whether he's holding you and then trying to rat-a-tat you or just letting his hands go. He's just always coming. Another thing I don't like about this game, and I love this game, why do pressure fighters wear down more than guys boxing? If you're constantly putting pressure on somebody, they should be wearing down also more. Again, I put that in the Facebook group page for this game. And I love this game. It's tremendous. I love it. But there's certain things I don't understand because I've watched boxing my whole life. I'm not illiterate when it comes to boxing. A good pressure fighter, yes, you'll have trouble against possibly a good boxer, but you're going to wear that guy down. It's constant pressure. We're talking, even talent. There's got to be a little give and take. Every time you fight a pressure fighter in this game, they're wearing down 4 or 5 points. The other guy wearing down too. I fought Ali against Dempsey for an exhibition. Ali was still fresh in the 14th. Against Marciano, he was still fresh in the 14th. That's not reality. George Chuvalo wore down Ali in their first fight in Toronto, I think it was, in a 15-round decision for Ali. And don't give me the crap Ali carried him. That's crap. He couldn't stop him. And Chuvalo banged the shit out of his body. And you can say, oh, Ali let him. No one likes to get hit in the body. That's all bullshit. I think a lot of people give Ali a tremendous free... And again, his prime was before the suspension. Ali, after the suspension... That's why Ali is such a great fighter. He won fights after his prime against top-notch competition, though he was given 3 gift decisions against Kenny Norton and 1 against Jimmy Young. He didn't win those fights. And a questionable decision against... I thought he did beat Ernie Shavers, though. Which they got all those decisions anyway. All right, enough of that. Let's get to the fight. 12 rounds, USBA heavyweight title. Big crossroads fight. Marciano out of the red corner. Foreman out of the blue corner. Referee Dave Gardner, as always. Ringside physician Dave Little. The ring announcer is Kirk Berglund. Fighters back to their corners. They await the bell, and here's the bell for round number 1. And it's George Foreman. As Marciano comes right out at Big George. Big George looking to land. Big George lands a hook to the body, but misses the right hand to the head. Marciano gets in tight, and Marciano bangs away with a left to the body and a grazing right uppercut against Big George. Foreman, a very strong and formidable fighter, now hooks to the body, trying to keep the pressuring Marciano off of him. Both fighters wing and miss. Foreman, behind the jab, lands a grazing right cross. Marciano staying low. Foreman continues to punch. Hits Marciano with a jab, but not the right hand. Foreman keeping Marciano at bay. And oh, big shots by George Foreman. Reminiscent of when he knocked the bejesus out of Joe Frazier. Left hook to the body, right hook to the head of Marciano. Marciano felt those blows, but Marciano continues to come forward. And Marciano eats a left hook and a right hook. And Marciano is hurt. Foreman looks to take him out. And he hooks again to the body and head, and there is the bell. Big shots by Big George Foreman. He takes round 1. Foreman's got to get Marciano early. And boy, he was sure trying it in round 1. Round 2, scheduled for 12, the vacant United States Boxing Association title on the line, vacated by Sonny Liston, as he is fighting for the world heavyweight title in the main event against Gene Tunney. Foreman in control. Again, he hooks to the body and comes up with a right hook to the head. And Marciano is hurt. Foreman has a lot of time this time, and Foreman wings punches wildly. Marciano dips and dives away from them. Marciano has to answer this, and Marciano does! Right hand, left hook, right hand! And Foreman shoves Marciano away. Foreman absorbed those blows well. Good right cross, left hook on the cranium of Marciano. Marciano has blood coming from the nose. Foreman moves in behind the jab. Marciano ducks it, and Marciano digs a left to the body and a right to the jaw of George Foreman, and Foreman is staggered. Foreman is staggered. Marciano again with a right, left, right. Foreman shoves him away, but Marciano bores in. As Marciano starts to pour it on, Foreman behind the jab lands a jab and a good right hand, stopping the advance of Rocky Marciano. Marciano rages back as he bangs the body of Big George Foreman. Foreman looks to answer at the bell, and he does. A solid right hand to the ribcage of the Brockton blockbuster. So Foreman, that was a very good round of action. I give round 1 Foreman, round 2 Marciano, and so does the ringside scorer. Here we go, round 3 scheduled for 12, vacant United States Boxing Association title. Marciano continues to press forward, but now he stops. Foreman comes to Marciano, and Marciano lands a left and a right. Left hook, right hand. Foreman has some swelling near the left eye, so Marciano laid the trap and Foreman walked into it. Foreman a little more cautious as he jabs and then hooks to the body with the right hand. Marciano looks to lay the trap again. He throws, he misses. Foreman counters with a left to the rib cage, then up to the head of Rocky Marciano. As Foreman presses forward, Marciano moves a little bit side to side, looking to land the right hand. And there he goes. Marciano hooks to the body and then comes with a chopping right hand. Sidesteps Foreman. Foreman pressing forward behind the jab. Foreman with a left hook to the body and a right uppercut. And Marciano walks through it. Marciano looks to punch. Marciano with a left hook. Right hook to the jaw of George Foreman. Foreman is badly hurt. Foreman goes back to the ropes. Marciano goes for the kill. Marciano wailing away at Foreman. Foreman still on the ropes. And now they jostle and tie up. The referee breaks them. Final seconds of round 3. It's Marciano punching at the bell. Left hook to the body, crushing right hand to the jaw of George Foreman, and he buckles again, and there is the bell that saves Big George Foreman. That round goes to Rocky Marciano. These pugilists are throwing bombs. Foreman wearing down quickly as he is feeling the power of the Brockton blockbuster. 2-1 Marciano. That's how we see it. That's how the Ringside Scorer sees it. Again, this is a crossroads fight in our Legends of Boxing universe. Both fighters coming off losses. Round 4 scheduled for 12, vacant USBA title. It's Marciano again looking to land the Suzy Q from distance. He throws it and he lands a crushing right hand. And Foreman, wow! What fortitude by George Foreman. He just shrugs it off, but you know he felt it. Marciano, undeterred, will fire away as he hooks to the body, now gets an angle and moves away from Foreman. Marciano continues to punch. Again, a left hook to the body and a right hand to the jaw of George Foreman. Again, Foreman absorbs it well. But how many times can the dam absorb those blows before it breaks? Marciano continues to punch. Right hand, left hook, right hand, all to the jaw of Foreman. And Foreman was hurt by that one. The dam has begun to break. Marciano looking to load up. He's pawing with the jab, looking to land the overhand right out of the crouch, and he does! And Foreman eats it. Foreman backs up and shoves Marciano away. It's been all Rocky Marciano with 1:13 to go here in round 4. Marciano wings a left and a right. Foreman parries the blows away with his big arms. Marciano continues to punch, and Marciano lands a Suzy Q and then a left hook. And Foreman buckles. Foreman buckles and backs to the ropes. Marciano looking to pour it on in these final 30 seconds. Marciano rat-a-tatting Foreman. Foreman is in big trouble. Marciano continues to punch, and Marciano misses his shots at the bell. Foreman was almost all but out on the ropes, but he survives round 4. Marciano really applied the pressure and the pain on Big George Foreman. He did everything but knock Big George down. Foreman breathing quite heavily in his corner. 3-1 Marciano. We see it that way. The Ringside Scorer sees it that way. Again, our scorecards unofficial. Round 5 scheduled for 12. Can Marciano end it here? Big George Foreman thinks not as he comes right out at Rocky Marciano, hooking to the body left and right, thudding punches to the ribcage of the Brockton blockbuster. Marciano looks to land the Suzy Q. He hooks to the body and then lands the looping right hand to the head of George Foreman, then quickly gets an angle on Foreman and steps back a bit. Now they tie up as Foreman tries to outmuscle the smaller Marciano. Marciano will have none of it. Referee Gardner breaks them. Marciano in control. Marciano bangs a 1-2-3 to the body. Nice hooks. Foreman comes back with a very aggressive combination, shoving Marciano off balance. Uppercut, left uppercut, and then it was the right hand, then left hook to the body. Marciano looks to rage back. Lands a right cross. It was grazing, but he dug that left to the side of Big George Foreman. Caught a bit of his arms. Marciano again just bangs away body and arms of Big George Foreman. Toe-to-toe exchange. Marciano got the better of it. His punches were shorter and crisper. Final seconds here in round 5. And there's the bell as both fighters fainted but didn't throw. I give another round to Rocky Marciano. Foreman seems exhausted in his corner. Big George, even though he's tired, he's still a dangerous puncher. Marciano, in our eyes, has built up a quite convincing lead after round 5, 4-1 Marciano. We're in agreement with the ringside scorer. Marciano has that nosebleed. They've worked pretty well on that, though the trickle of blood as soon as he gets hit starts again. Foreman has an issue near his left eye. Here we go, round number 6, scheduled for 12, vacant USBA title. Both fighters circling. And now they clash heads. No damage done. Marciano again looking to land the Suzy Q from distance. When I say distance, he still has to get in punching range. He throws and misses, but Foreman too tired to counter. Marciano again throws. This time he concentrates on the body of Big George Foreman. Left and then a right hook to the body. Foreman looks to come back as he hooks to the body and up to the head. A little zip off the Foreman punches, but still quite formidable. Marciano bangs with the right hand, then a left hook to the body. Right hand was to the head of George Foreman. Marciano again, right hand, left hook to the body. Marciano looking to dig, and he digs hard. This time he rat-a-tats Foreman with 2 shots to the body, left, right. He is battering George Foreman on the arms, the hips, and the belly. Foreman looks to shove Marciano away. He does, lands a grazing right hand at the end of round 6. Another good round for Rocky Marciano as he takes George Foreman into deep water. Round 7 is upon us, scheduled for 12. And it's Marciano. Again, Marciano staying a little bit back, trying to catch Big George coming forward. And he does! Marciano tags Foreman with a right hand, and then 3 punches to the body, left, right, left. He is wearing down Big George. Marciano continues to punch. 4-punch salvo. He's trying to overwhelm Foreman as Foreman starts the back. Foreman blinks, but there is no blood. Marciano continues to bang away. Left hook, right hand, left hook, right hand. And Foreman is hurt. Foreman is hurt. Foreman backs towards the ropes. Marciano comes in. Left hook to the body. Crushing right hand to the jaw of Foreman. Foreman on the ropes, just being beaten. Marciano wings a right hand. Foreman parries the punch away. Toe-to-toe exchange. Foreman still on those ropes. Foreman looking to fight his way off the ropes. Under a minute to go. Foreman lands a left hook to the body and a right cross in the face of Marciano. And Marciano's left eye begins to swell even worse now. Marciano keeps Foreman pinned to those ropes. He digs a 1-2 to the body, a left hook to the head, and a right hook to the head. And Foreman buckles again. Foreman buckles again. Referee Gardner looking closely. And there is the bell as Marciano wailed away. But nothing clean could get through. And Foreman survives another round. But he is much worse for wear. An exhausted George Foreman slumps to his stool, puts his arms on the ropes. In the Marciano corner, they're telling him the tree is going to go timber. The tree is going timber. Foreman's power again is reduced with his fatigue. We go to the ringside scorer. 5-2 Marciano. We have it 6-1 Marciano. So again, very close with our scoring. And Marciano has a big lead on both of our scorecards. Again, our scorecards are unofficial. Round 8 scheduled for 12. And it's Marciano. Again, as Foreman applies pressure, Marciano looking to catch him coming in. Marciano wings a combination, stopping Foreman, but he didn't land. He did not land. Foreman. Oh, Foreman went to the belt line. Referee Gardner says it's okay. That slows down the Rock, and Foreman looks to land. Foreman lands a right cross and a grazing left hook. Marciano rages back. He misses his shots. Foreman counters with a right hand. Nice job by Big George Foreman. Marciano a little bit too over-anxious right now. Marciano lands a grazing right hand. Then the left to the body. Marciano comes right back. Right hand, left hook to the body. Foreman in trouble again. Marciano looking to open up. Marciano again with a right hand to the head and a left hook to the body. Marciano moving forward. Foreman is in trouble. Marciano digs a 1-2 to the body. A right uppercut, left hook, and another right hand. And Foreman tries to shove Marciano away, but he is in trouble. Foreman dangerously close to the ropes. Foreman throws, and he lands a grazing uppercut. The bell saves George Foreman once again as Marciano had Foreman on the ropes but could not finish him. Another round for the Brockton blockbuster Rocky Marciano as we prepare for round number 9. Foreman has been taken into deep waters now by Rocky Marciano. Can Marciano, as they say, drown him? 78-72, the ringside scorer has it. We have Marciano by 1 more point. Round 9, scheduled for 12. The vacant USBA title on the line. The title was vacated by the number 1 ranked heavyweight Sonny Liston, who will fight Gene Tunney in the main event. Here's the bell. Round number 9, and it's Marciano looking to land. He lands a jab to the body and then a right hand to the top of Foreman's head. Both fighters feint but don't fire. Foreman very tired, staying on the outside. Now they tie up. Referee Gardner says fight out, but they don't. Referee Gardner breaks them. Marciano moves in, and Marciano lands the left to the chest and the right hand square in the face of George Foreman. Foreman blinks, but there's no blood. Foreman looks to fire back. A fatiguing Foreman lands a left and a right to the head of Marciano as he comes out of the crouch. Marciano's swelling getting slightly worse, and the blood from the nose continues to trickle. Here comes Big George hooking to the body. Those are hard shots by Foreman. Foreman continues to punch. Jab and a right hand connect to Marciano. Marciano is out of rhythm. Foreman starting to use that jab. Now the jab and the right hook to the body of Marciano. Good round for Big George Foreman, trying to turn the tide of battle. Toe-to-toe exchange favored Foreman as Marciano felt the blows by Big George Foreman. There's the bell signifying the end of round 9. That was a Foreman round. Nice comeback by George Foreman. Round 10. Marciano's corner. Always leery, always worried of the power of George Foreman. Here we go, round 10. Marciano now goes inside to wear down Big George Foreman, rat-a-tatting the body with a 4-punch salvo. Foreman looks to come back. Foreman lands a chopping right hand and a left uppercut. And now there is a minor cut, left eye, swelling left eye, bloody nose upon Marciano. Marciano starting to get chopped up, and Foreman again lands a left and a right to the head of Rocky Marciano. Foreman, again, Foreman digs the body. That was the belt line. Marciano looking to come back. Inside, works his hands free. Left, and then a right uppercut by Rocky Marciano. They tie up. Referee Gardner breaks them. 44 seconds to go here in round 10. And Marciano left hook to the body. Right hand to the jaw of George Foreman. Foreman buckles, goes back to the ropes. Will Marciano have time to finish him? Marciano can't land solid as he windmills his punches. Marciano looking to throw. And Marciano lands a 1-2 at the bell. Left hook, right hand as Foreman was dangerously on those ropes. Marciano takes round 10 with those big shots. Ringside Scorer has it 97-91. Marciano, we have Marciano up by 1 more point. 6 more minutes. Can Big George Foreman land something to stop the Brockton blockbuster? He's going to try. He has control, and he will land grazing shots. Marciano dipping and diving, staying low. Marciano gets inside against Foreman. Foreman tries to shove him away, but Marciano lands a chopping right hand, left hook, and another right hand. Foreman is in trouble. Foreman backing up, trying to push Marciano away. Marciano works hard to the body. Marciano continues to punch. Left hook, right hand. Marciano looking to take Foreman out. Marciano lands a devastating uppercut. Foreman is in deep, deep trouble. Toe-to-toe exchange. Foreman cannot fight his way off the ropes. Marciano is wailing away, and referee Gardner has stepped in. This fight is over. A defenseless George Foreman, an exhausted George Foreman, is saved any further damage as referee Dave Gardner halts the slaughter at the 2:06 mark of round 11. Rocky Marciano claims the vacant United States Boxing Association title with the stoppage of Big George Foreman. It was a tremendous effort by the Brockton blockbuster as he continued to chop away, but we'll tell you this. Big George Foreman, the tree would not fall. He was stopped on his feet. Utterly defenseless, but on his feet. So Rocky Marciano will stay relevant in our Legends of Boxing universe. Big George Foreman will have to work his way back up, but he has the talent to do it. So Marciano is the winner via the 11th round stoppage, and takes the United States Boxing Association title that was vacated by Sonny Liston, the number 1 ranked heavyweight, who will fight Gene Tunney for the world title in the main event. Let's go to the scorecards, and all 3 judges had Marciano comfortably ahead, 97-91, 97-91, 98-90. So remember, Big George Foreman really handled Jack Dempsey very well, including dropping Dempsey 3 times. Couldn't finish him off, won an easy 10-round decision, though Dempsey came on in the final 3 rounds, but it was a lot too late. Marciano, the new United States Boxing Association championship, and he moves back in to a possible title aspirations for the world title. Now our co-main event. 15 rounds for the middleweight championship of the world. Marvin Hagler from Brockton, Massachusetts, takes on Rocky Graziano from New York. Marvin Hagler is 2-1, 2-1-0, 2 wins, 1 draw, no defeats. Hagler defeated Frank the Animal Fletcher. Then, when he fought Carlos Monzon for the vacant title, they had a 15-round draw. And then Hagler would defeat Monzon by majority points to take the vacant middleweight title. Marvelous Marvin Hagler, actual record 63-3-2 with 52 stoppages. Tremendous fighter. He can switch. He can go southpaw, orthodox, and he switches up seamlessly. Can punch with either hand. Endurance is 30. Punching power is an 8. He can box. He can bang. He can do it all. He likes to hook and land the cross. For Rocky Graziano, he is 1-0. A huge win as he took the USBA middleweight title, which will be vacated because he's fighting for the middleweight title. And when he beat Tommy Hearns via points decision over 12 rounds. Rocky Graziano's record in reality, 67-10-6 with 52 stoppages. He'll have an issue with the control because Hagler's an 11 and Graziano is an 8 when it comes. They're both pressure fighters. Graziano has 7 punching power, so Hagler still has a slight edge there. Hagler has an edge in endurance, 30-24. Graziano's going to have to land something big, very big, to try and rattle Marvelous Marvin Hagler. But that's going to be tough. Hagler, all-time great fighter. As RJL says, he could not stand the Marvelous one, Marvelous Marvin Hagler. He is pulling hard for Rocky Graziano. It's an uphill climb. Graziano is the number 1 ranked middleweight, though. Both fighters are in the ring, and now they're in ring center. Again, our referee is Dave Gardner. The ringside physician is Dr. David Little. The ring announcer is Kurt Berglund. Hagler, the champion, fighting out of the red corner. The number 1 contender from New York, Rocky Graziano, the blue corner. There are no questions from either pugilist or their chief seconds. They touch gloves. They go back. We await the bell. Referee Dave Gardner signals the bell for round number 1. Graziano will come right out at Hagler. Hagler, fighting out of the southpaw stance, will lead with his right hand. And it's Hagler with the jab and then the left cross. Though Graziano was able to parry away some of the left cross, but those punches did land. Hagler again in control. Hagler with a beautiful 1-2, again out of the southpaw stance. Right jab, straight left. Hagler looking to do it again, but Graziano wings wildly. The left hook did land. Chopping right hand was grazing. They tie up as Graziano tries to rough up Marvin Hagler, a la Vito Antuofermo. Referee Gardner breaks them. Graziano gets in tight again as he goes left hook, chopping right hand to the head of the bald one, the Marvelous one. Graziano lands on the belt line. There's some boo birds here at the New Haven Coliseum. 50-50 split, really, and this is over 80,000 people at the Yale Bowl in New Haven. I think I said the New Haven Coliseum. The Yale Bowl in New Haven. Beautiful combination, three-punch salvo by Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Right jab, left cross, and then a right hook. No blood, though, from the eyes of Graziano. Graziano comes right back as he hooks two to the body, left and right. Graziano throws everything hard, and as Mike Tyson would say, with bad intentions. Graziano continues to fire away as he holds Hagler and hits him with two right uppercuts. And there is the bell. That was a tough round. Graziano fared quite well in it. I think we give that a slight edge to Hagler, and so does the ringside scorer. Round two is almost upon us. Whitey Bimstein in the corner of Rocky Graziano. Works on that slight, he has a little slight abrasion, nothing terrible. The Petronellis are in the Hagler corner. Keep doing what you're doing. Box, box, box. Here we go, round number two. Hagler will again try to work out of the southpaw stance from distance. Graziano will try to get inside and do damage, and that's just what Graziano does as he bangs away with a left and right hook to the rib cage of Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Hagler answers that with his own two body shots, but Graziano's undeterred. He wings a right hand. Hagler parries it away. No counter by Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Hagler with the right jab and then, with the left, the right jab, then the left hook to the body, southpaw stance out. Hagler again with two southpaw jabs, grazing shots. Graziano again stays low, dips, comes up firing, misses. Hagler on the counter. A 1-2 counter by Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Two nice hooks, right, left. Good job by Marvin Hagler. Toe-to-toe exchange favored Hagler there. His punches were quicker and straighter. Graziano more of the looping puncher. Hagler, with about 30 seconds to go, lands again to the body after jabbing to the head. Good right jab, and then the left hook to the body. Graziano undeterred, as we say. Graziano, a four-punch salvo. Two to the body, two to the head. He actually forced Hagler back at the bell. Another close round. But we give that to Marvelous Marvin Hagler. So does the ringside scorer, 2-0 Hagler. Round three, scheduled for 15. The World Middleweight Championship on the line. It's Hagler now turning orthodox, and there is, and bada boom! Left jab, right hand, left hook, and Graziano is hurt. Hagler looking to do it again, and a 1-2-3 combination again, and Graziano is down! Hagler goes to the neutral corner. The count is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Graziano beats the count. He is groggy. Referee Gardner wipes off his gloves, asks him, do you want to continue? He nods yes. Hagler will go for the kill. Hagler looking to kill shots, but he can't land. He paws, and misses with the right hand. Hagler looks to do it again, and again he cannot land big shots as Graziano smothers him. Hagler in control. Hagler, you working the jab. Two jabs and a right hand snap the head of Graziano. Graziano's legs are still unsteady. Graziano looks to wing. He misses the right hand to the head, but hits the left to the rib cage of Hagler. Good body shot. Hagler comes right back. Hagler with a 1-2-3. Two to the body and up to the head. All hooks. Graziano looks to retaliate, but Hagler slides away. Graziano looks to fire as he bangs a right hand to the head and a left hook to the body. Grazing shots, but they did score. 10-8 round for Hagler as he dropped Graziano, a four-punch salvo. All hooks to the head. Just quick shots, and down went Graziano. Got up at the 8 count, survived the round. Hagler's built up a sizable lead after 4 rounds, 30-26. After 3 rounds, we are in complete agreement with the ringside scorer. In the Graziano corner, they're telling him you gotta land something big. And he's sure trying. Here we go, round 4, scheduled for 15. World Middleweight title on the line. Hagler, the champion. Graziano, the number 1 ranked contender, and it's all Marvelous Marvin Hagler as he stays orthodox. There's the left jab and the right hand That catch, Graziano coming in. And again, there's the jab, and this time a right hook to the body. Hagler in beautiful rhythm. 1-2 jab right hand, snapping the head of Graziano. Graziano blinks, but there's no blood. Rocky will land a combination. As Rocky windmills 4 punches, 3 of them get through. 2 to the body and 1 of them to the head. The left hook missed. Hagler rails right back. Lead right hand. And then a left to the rib cage of Rocky Graziano. Just over a minute left here in round 4. Toe-to-toe exchange. A furious exchange, but again it favors Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Both fighters wing and miss. Under 30 seconds to go here in round 4. And Hagler feints with the jab, and then he rat-a-tats Graziano's rib cage with a right hook and then a left hook. 17 seconds to go. Hagler throws punches. Graziano smothers him. Those punches didn't land, and there's the bell. We are through 4 rounds, and it's all Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Round 5. Hagler, again, out of the orthodox stance. That's how he dropped Graziano. Feints the jab, lands the right to the body, and comes up with a left uppercut. Both fighters feint but don't throw. Graziano, Hagler, both from distance. Graziano looking to land his powerful right hand. But it's Hagler who's first with 2 jabs, deterring the Graziano assault. Again, fighters feint but don't fire. Hagler. Ooh! Hagler went low. Referee Gardner warns him, asks Graziano, are you okay? He says yes, he won't take any time. Again, they jostle. Referee Gardner says fight out, and they do. Hagler behind the jab. 2 jabs, and then the right cross land on Graziano. Graziano slowing down. Graziano looks to load up and land the boom right hand. Right hand was grazing, left hook to the body. Hagler comes right back, 3 punches at the bell. Left, right to the body and a left hook to the head. And Graziano is in a world of hurt. D. Scott Howard has joined us at ringside. The Goat Whisperer. How you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. Round 6. Round 6 is the round that Graziano stopped Tony Zale in the rematch in Chicago when Graziano won the middleweight title. He lost the first fight to Zale, would lose the 3rd fight to Zale in New Jersey. All the fights went 6 rounds, I think. All 3 of them. Here we go, round 6. Can Graziano turn the tide of battle? Both fighters throw and miss. They tie up. They maul, they brawl. Referee Gardner breaks them. Now it's Hagler. And Hagler, again, he feints the jab, lands the right hook to the body, and then a left hook to the body. Good job by Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Again, fighting out of the orthodox stance. Hagler, 2 jabs in the right hand, smashes Graziano square in the face. And Graziano has blood from the nose. Blood from the nose of Rocky Graziano. Graziano doubles up with the hook. Right hook to the body, and he brought it quickly. A hybrid hook cross to the head. Scoring well to the head of Hagler. Graziano looks to take advantage. Graziano hooks to the body and lands a right hand to the head of Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Hagler just shoves him away, but those are good scoring blows by Rocky Graziano. Hagler showing he's unhurt, but Hagler still misses those shots. Maybe he was hurt. Graziano looks to load up. Graziano wings a left and a right. Hagler moves away. Graziano missed with both. Graziano again loads up. Right hand to the head and a left to the body. And then he brings the left back up to the head. And Hagler has a cut under the right eye at the bell. That was the best round for Rocky Graziano. We give it to him. And he has drawn blood from Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Cut to the side and really underneath the right eye of Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Graziano breathing very heavily in his corner. Round 7 coming up. Ringside Scorer has it 59-54. Hagler, remember Hagler dropped Graziano in round 3. We have the same score. There's the bell for round 7, scheduled for 15. World middleweight title on the line. Both fighters come out a bit cautiously. Now Graziano looks to throw. He wings a left, a right, and a left. He misses. Hagler counters. Left hook, right hand. And Graziano is down again. Graziano is down. Hagler goes to the neutral corner. Referee Gardner picks up the count at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is over. Rocky Graziano could not rise. He winged a 4-punch salvo, missed his shots. Hagler coolly dodged, and Dick came up with the left, and then the right, and then the left, and down went Rocky Graziano for the 10 count. 41 seconds into round number 7. Marvelous Marvin Hagler from Brockton, Massachusetts, retains his world middleweight title via the knockout. Graziano gave it his all, but was outgunned in this fight. So Brockton has 2 winners tonight, Rocky Marciano and the marvelous one, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, both by stoppages. So a tremendous win for Marvin Hagler, who will be up next for the middleweight champion of the world. We shall see. Let's go to the reports. Hagler 59-54, 59-54, 59-55. The only round that was given to Graziano was round 6. That was his best round, and then he was knocked out in round 7. Now on to the main event. On to the main event. Here at the Yale Bowl in New Haven, Connecticut. Over 80,000 have packed this stadium for this event. And what a fight card it's been. Vito Antuofermo won a very close, hard-fought majority decision over Jake LaMotta. Antuofermo, the number 3 ranked middleweight. Rocky Marciano beat down George Foreman for a TKO victory in the 11th to claim the vacant United States Boxing Association title and stay relevant in our universe, where Big George will be fighting offline a bit, build up his record again, as we'll try to introduce Muhammad Ali into the universe along with some other fighters. Marvin Hagler, as we just saw and listened to, knocks out Rocky Graziano in the 7th. A competitive mismatch in a way. I hate to say mismatch, a competitive fight, but Hagler had it all the way. Now the main event, Tunney, Sonny Liston. 15 rounds for the World Heavyweight Championship. Yale Bowl, New Haven, Connecticut. As RJL518 says, let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's preview this bout. Tunney, Greenwich, Connecticut. 61-1. His one loss was to Harry Greb. 45 stoppages, 19 no contests. Sonny Liston's overall record in reality, 54-0 with 39 stoppages. Liston, 4-0, 3 stoppages, and he has the majority points win over Rocky Marciano. He knocked out Jack Johnson in 1 round. We haven't heard from Jack Johnson since. I think, did we fight Jack Johnson? We might have fought him offline. I got to check anyway. It doesn't matter. Then he beat Cooney and Jess Willard. And the Cooney fight was a little tougher than we thought. Tunney won the vacant title by stopping Lennox Lewis. He then would draw with Kenny Norton his first defense, then defeat Kenny Norton by decision, by split decision. He would draw with George Foreman, and then stop George Foreman. And in his last title defense, he stopped Primo Canera in 11. Canera, the Italian heavyweight champion and the European heavyweight champion in our universe. Tunney, the boxer. Liston, the slugger. Though Liston has a very good jab. Liston will have a tremendous edge in power. Though Tunney wears a guy down, and then takes him out. That's the way his scenario has been. Tunney's endurance, 27. Liston's endurance, 22. And the control factor looks even to me at 9. So it's going to go off the 20-sided die roll. Tunney likes to fight on the outside, never fights on the inside, and rarely brings the pressure. Tunney, an excellent combination puncher, and likes to work off the jab. Sonny Liston likes to land booming hooks and uppercuts. He too has a good jab. Fighters are in the ring. Let's go to the ringside and see what we have here. D. Scott Howard says Tunney should pick Liston apart, but he has to avoid the big hooks. I agree. So, D. Scott Howard, the GOAT Whisperer, favors Gene Tunney. Tunney out of the red corner, Liston out of the blue corner. This is the main event, 15 rounds, world heavyweight title at stake from the Yale Bowl in New Haven, Connecticut, over 80,000 strong. As once again, Tunney brings the title to his hometown state. As I take a sip of water. Final instructions have been given. Referee Dave Gardner says touch gloves, come out fighting. They go back to their corners. Here's the bell for round number 1. Toe-to-toe exchange as Liston bores in. Both fighters landed quite well. Liston cuts off the ring on Tunney. Bangs the body with a left and right. Liston winds up and throws. Tunney misses the counter. Sonny Liston again doing a nice job jabbing his way in. But he cannot land. There goes Liston with a jab and a right cross. Tunney could not evade. Liston has a good jab. And again, Liston. Jab, right hand, left hook to the body, then up to the head. Tunney felt those blows. Tunney looks to come back. 2 jabs by Gene Tunney. And he moves away. Tunney feints but doesn't fire. Liston cuts the ring off, but does not land. Tunney blocks the jab and the right hand. There is the bell. Round 1 goes to Sonny Liston in our eyes. A good round for the Big Bear, Sonny Liston from St. Louis, Missouri. Here's the bell for round 2. Toe-to-toe exchange as Liston goes right at Tunney, and Tunney, trying to prove something, goes right at Liston. This might not be a smart way to fight, but Tunney's letting his hands go. Tunney hooks to the body with the left and then comes up to the head with the same hook. Again, Tunney throws. Grazing left hook, but the chopping right hand gets through. Liston is not throwing. Now Liston ties up, tries to rough up Tunney. Referee Gardner breaks them. Tunney's quicker. Liston lands an uppercut as he holds Tunney in place. Referee Gardner warns him. And there it is. You see how smart the Fighting Marine is. Gene Tunney goes to the Franks and Beans, and that will slow down the Bear. Though they say belt line, Liston ties up Tunney. Referee Gardner breaks them. Tunney moves in, looks to rat-a-tat, and moves away. 2 jabs and a right hand quickly land upon Sonny Liston's face. And Liston, he felt those blows. Gene really doing a nice job in and out. And Liston catches him with a grazing hook as Gene darted in at the bell. I give that round to Gene Tunney. We have it 1 apiece. So Tunney went to Liston. He provided the pressure to show I'm not afraid of you. Ringside Scorer has it 1-1 as we do. In the Tunney corner, they're telling him now, all right, you've gotten his attention. He knows he can't walk through you. Now let's box his ears off. In the Liston corner, they wanted to cut the ring off. Bang, bang, bang. There's the bell, round 3. Liston's able to cut the ring off quite quickly on Gene Tunney. Tunney trying to get away from the ropes. Liston lands the jab, but not the right hand. Tunney slides away from the ropes. Tunney looks to punch. 2 jabs and a right hand by Gene. Good job. Gene looking to catch Liston coming in. Toe-to-toe exchange. Nothing on the punches for either one because Tunney lands and is moving away. Liston catches him at the end of his punch. Liston feints to the body and then hooks to the head. It's a grazing shot to Tunney's head. Again, a toe-to-toe exchange, but neither fighter really setting... Well, Liston's trying to set down in his punches, but he just can't because Tunney is moving. What a tremendous boxer Gene Tunney is. 2 jabs by Tunney are blocked by the Bear, Sonny Liston. Liston ties up, walks Tunney back to the ropes, trying to put his body on him. Referee Gardner breaks them. We have about 30 seconds to go here in round 3. Toe-to-toe exchange again. Even exchange by both pugilists. Tunney off the jab, hooks to the body, and there's the bell. Nice job by Gene Tunney. Close round. We give it to Gene Tunney. We have a 2-1 Tunney. Again, this is what Gene does. He just rat-a-tats you, and before you know it, you're exhausted, and he's beating the pulp out of you. Tunney's going to stay on the outside. His corner says work the jab, but be a little more active with that right hand. In the Liston corner, they want him to jab his way in and start working that body. Round 4, and that's what Sonny will do, but he cannot land. As Tunney is an exquisite defensive fighter. Liston again cannot land. He's cutting the ring off, but when he throws, there is no one there as Tunney slides away. Tunney, 2 jabs and a right hand catch Sonny moving forward. Nice combination by Gene Tunney, the Fighting Marine. Both fighters feint but don't fire. Liston misses, but lands. Now he digs a right to the body, and Tunney comes back with a 1-2-3 to the head of Sonny Liston. Liston getting frustrated. 2 more jabs and a right hand, smacking the bear in the face. And Liston is bleeding from the mouth now. Sonny Liston is bleeding from the mouth. Liston very frustrated. Tunney doing a beautiful job. And there goes Tunney again. He goes low. They're going to say it's on the belt line, but it's taking the starch out of Sonny Liston. Under 30 seconds to go here in round 4. Tunney, 2 jabs, and this time he'll hook to the body, trying to wear down Sonny Liston. Liston wings a right hand and misses. Tunney throws a left and misses. The bell signifying the end of round 4. Gene Tunney is boxing and boxing beautifully. Another round for Gene Tunney. Well, we have it 3-1 Tunney. The Ringside Scorer has it 2-1-1 for Tunney. 39-38. Very close fight, though. It seems things are starting to slide Tunney's way. Liston seems very frustrated in his corner. In the Tunney corner, they want him to use the jab, walk him into the right hand, Gene. In the Liston corner, they want him also to use the jab, but he's got to be accurate with his punches. Here's the bell, round 5. Tunney in control, throws a jab, then the left hook. So he jabbed with the left and came back with the left hook. 2 scoring blows by Gene Tunney. Liston looks to land, and Liston bangs the body and up to the head. 4 punches land by Sonny Liston. Liston feinted the jab and got Gene in punching range and banged away, and that's what they want Sonny to do. As I speak, Gene Tunney says no, again. He throws the jab and then quickly hooks off the jab. 2 scoring punches with the left hand by Gene Tunney. Liston looks to land the right hand. Right hand, left hook to the body, and then the left to the head. And Tunney rolled with the punches, making them slightly less effective, but they were good scoring shots by Sonny Liston. Liston looks to duplicate that combination. He cannot. He throws a 1-2-3. Tunney evades. Tunney counters with a right hand. Excellent job by the Fighting Marine. Tunney works off the jab. Jab, right hand, left hook. And Liston is hurt. We have over a minute to go. Tunney, 2 jabs, looking to set up the right hand. Liston looking to throw back. Liston hooks to the body with a left and then a right hand to the head. Fighting his way back towards Tunney. Tunney with a 4-punch combination, catching Liston coming in. 1-2 to the head, a left to the body, and then a right uppercut. Good round for Gene Tunney. Liston very frustrated as he goes back to his stool. Crowd is abuzz here at the Yale Bowl in New Haven, Connecticut. 49-47, Gene Tunney. We gave round 3 to Tunney, where the Ringside Scorer gave it even. So we have Tunney up by 1 more point. Round 6, in the Tunney corner, they're quite happy with their fighter. This is what Gene does. He just wears down his opponents. Liston's got to land something big. Here we go. Round 6 scheduled for 15, but it's Tunney. And it's Tunney again. 2 jabs and a right hand, smacking Sonny Liston right in the face. Liston rages back as he doubles up with the jab, but doesn't fire the right hand. They're screaming in the Liston corner, let the right hand go, Sonny. And before Liston can mount an attack, Tunney keeps him off balance with that educated jab, snapping his head over and over again. There goes Tunney again. Jab, and now the right hook to the body. Tunney moving beautifully and landing. Liston lands a grazing jab. Tunney thought about throwing the counter, but didn't. About a minute to go here in round 6. No action there. Here's Tunney. Beautiful 1-2-3. Left hand, right hand to the head, then the left uppercut, snapping the head of the bear. And Liston, by the time he wants to retaliate, Gene Tunney is gone like the wind. Liston throws a left and a right and a left, and he misses everything. Tunney slips and slides. Final moments. Liston ties him up, and there is the bell. Liston very frustrated. Another round for Gene Tunney. In the Tunney corner, they continue to tell the Fighting Marine, you have him, Gene. You have him. Don't get careless. He's a powerful fighter. Just keep wearing him down. The bell for round 7. Liston coming out, trying to pressure Tunney. And Tunney, again, with the salvos that just stop Liston in his tracks. Lead right hand this time. Left uppercut. Right hand again, and a left hook. All 4 punches to the head of Sonny Liston. Liston tries to rage back, misses with the right, lands a grazing left. Liston misses his combination to the head. Tunney really frustrating the bear. A la Ali. And here's Tunney, 2 jabs and a right hand. Snapping the head of Sonny Liston. Remember, Liston has that blood from the mouth. He's been swallowing some of that blood, and that will upset your tummy. Tunney again with 2 jabs. He's waiting to walk Liston into a right hand. You can see it coming. And there's a jab and the right hand. And Liston felt that. Liston felt that. He is being worn down. Jab, left hook by Sonny Liston. And there is a cut. There is a cut near the left eye of Gene Tunney. Best blows of the bout for Liston, even though they were grazing. They slashed open the skin of Gene Tunney. Liston looks to take advantage. Liston wings wildly. He misses. Tunney counters with a jab and a right hand. And Liston is badly cut over the left eye. Final moments. Both pugilists bleeding. Here, as we come to a conclusion of round 7, Liston lands the uppercut twice as he holds Tunney in place. And there's the bell, and Liston is bleeding badly. Near the left eye, that's a lot of blood getting in his eyes. It's going to be difficult to stop that cut. Tunney bleeding by a smaller cut near the left eye. Liston is fatigued, he is frustrated, and he is bloodied. We await round 8. Liston needs to do something big here. Tunney looks to stop Sonny Liston. The bell for round 8. Tunney takes control. Tunney bangs the body, then up to the head, trying to move Liston back with the jab. Both fighters from distance, but Tunney darting in and out. And again, Tunney darts in with a right cross and a left hook to the body. Liston looks to fight back, and Liston comes back with a hard combination, first to the body, and then to the head with the right and left. Toe-to-toe exchange, even exchange, ring center. Liston's trying to land something big. Left hook to the body, right hand missed. So Sonny trying to open up. Is it too late? That blood is bothering him. He has blood from the mouth, and that cut has opened up again. And Tunney taking full advantage. Liston having trouble seeing 2 jabs and a right hand, then a left hook. Tunney cautiously moving forward. Liston trying to circle away. Now Liston looks to land the right. Right hand, left hook. And Tunney just shrugs it off. The Fighting Marine shrugs it off as the zip has gone away from Liston's punches, it seems. Now Liston ties up. That blood you see on Tunney's shoulder is the blood of Sonny Liston. Under 15 seconds to go here in round 8. And there's the bell. Neither pugilist threw at the end. Good round for Gene Tunney. We have him comfortably ahead now. As we prepare for round 9, we're past the halfway point in this 15-round World Heavyweight Championship fight from the Yale Bowl in New Haven, Connecticut. Remember D. Scott Howard's prediction, the GOAT Whisperer, Tunney should pick Liston apart, but he has to avoid the big shots. So far, D. Scott Howard has been correct. That's why he's the GOAT Whisperer. Tunney, 79, 75. Wow. The Ringside Scorer gave round 8 even. I don't see it that way. Here we go, round 9. Can Tunney finish his business? Both fighters looking for an opening. And it's Liston who's going to throw, but Liston misses. He wings wildly, hooks. And he is caught with a counter left hook by Gene Tunney. Tunney goes back to the jab. Misses the jab in the right hand. Liston dips, comes up firing. He lands a right hook. Tunney goes right back to that jab. There's 2 jabs. Again, you can see Tunney looking to walk Liston in that right hand. Here it comes. Here it comes. No, he feints the left, hooks to the body, and then brings the left up to the head. Nice job by Gene. And he does the same thing. Feints with the jab, right hook to the body. But this time, it's a left jab to the head, and Gene moves out of the way. Gene in complete control. And Gene moves in with a 3-punch salvo. 1-2 to the body. Then the left hook to the head. Liston beginning to wear down more and more with each Tunney blow. Both fighters feint but don't fire. Final moments of round 9, and it's Tunney at the bell with a left hook to the body. Liston going back to his corner, dejected, bloodied, and beaten. Round 10. They're telling Gene, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. We're going to retain our title. In the Liston corner, they're telling him you need a knockout. You need a knockout. You are way behind. Round 10, scheduled for 15. World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Liston, too tired. He ties up. Tunney just catching his breath on the inside. Referee Gardner breaks them. Liston again works his way in. And he hooks hard to the body, but cannot land the right hand. Tunney smothers him. Referee Gardner breaks them. Again, referee Gardner breaks them. Tunney looking to take a break here. There's a toe-to-toe exchange, but Tunney, again, he's from distance. He is catching Liston coming in. Liston lands grazing punches as Tunney slides and slips away. Liston gets in range. Liston hooks a left to the body and a right hook to the body. Liston again gets in range, cutting the ring off. Big combination by Sonny Liston. 3 punches. Liston, that was a nice feint. Then the lead right, left hook to the body, and another right to the head. Can Liston maintain this pressure? No, he cannot. As Tunney takes him out of his mode, out of his dance sequence with a 2-punch combination. It was the feint of the jab in the right hand, catching Liston, then the left hook. Tunney looks to keep it up. There's the jab and a right hand. Smacking Liston in the face. Here comes Tunney again. He feints the jab, lands the right to the body, then the left hook to the head at the bell. Another round for Gene Tunney. Liston is exhausted as his power is fading with each and every second. Tunney well ahead as we prepare for the 11th round. 98-94, we have it 99-93. He took Canera out in round 11. Can he take the Bear out in round 11? Here we go, round 11. Liston moving forward. Liston cuts the ring off, bangs the body, grazing uppercut. Tunney on his horse. Tunney, jab right hand, catches Liston moving in. Tunney again behind the jab. Lands grazing shots, but they're scoring shots. Liston very frustrated as he tries to cut the ring off. But Tunney is playing ring around the Sonny Liston, and he's rat-a-tatting him. And here comes a rat-a-tat. 3 more jabs land on Sonny Liston. Liston with the cut left eye, blood from the mouth. Tunney over and over again. Left, right, left. Liston is taking a beating. Lead right hand clips Sonny Liston moving forward. Tunney boxing beautifully, landing when he wants, boxing when he wants, moving away when he wants. And again, a tremendous combination. 4 punches rat-a-tat the head of Sonny Liston. Liston extremely frustrated as he's chasing Tunney, but he can't catch him. Now Liston goes to the belt line. Final moments of round 11. Lead right hand by Tunney scores at the bell. Sonny Liston goes back to his corner. You can see defeat in his eyes. What a boxing exhibition we are witnessing here at the Yale Bowl in New Haven, Connecticut, as Gene Tunney is defending his title against the number 1 ranked heavyweight, Sonny Liston, from St. Louis, Missouri. In the Tunney corner, I'm telling Gene to be very cautious. If the knockout comes, we'll take it, but don't go for it. In the Sonny Liston corner, they're asking him if you want to go on. He says yes. And he goes, then show us something. Round 12. Easier said than done. And it's Tunney in control. Right hand, left hook, right hand. Liston is in trouble. Liston is in trouble. And Liston goes to the belt line. Liston still in trouble. Tunney measuring, and boom with the right cross. Tunney again measuring. Now with the left hook and the right hand. Liston barely defending himself. Boom! And Liston again goes to the belt line, trying to slow down Gene Tunney. Gene Tunney darting in and out. Tunney looking to end this. Tunney lands the right hand and the left hook to the body. Liston dangerously close to those ropes. And again Liston goes low to the belt line. Final seconds of a horrific round for Sonny Liston. And Liston looks to fight his way off the ropes. He lands a left and then the right hand, and there's the bell. Oh boy. Referee Dave Gardner was looking on. He gave Liston every benefit of the doubt. It is a World Heavyweight Championship fight. Tunney, again, we have seen it. Gene Tunney wears guys down, and then he starts to set down on his punches. And he just puts a little more oomph on them. A little more oomph. And before you know it, he's won. Round 13, the hard luck round. Just ask Jake LaMotta against Sugary Robinson during the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. In his last fight with Sugary Robinson. Let's go to the ringside scorer. We have Gene Tunney well ahead, and so does the ringside scorer, 118-112. Will Liston survive the 13th? Tunney breathing a little heavy now, too. Round 13, there's the bell, and it's Sonny Liston. And Liston holds Tunney and lands 2 uppercuts. Tunney slides away from a pressing Liston, a slowly pressing Liston. And there it is. He feinted, Liston moved forward, and Tunney caught him with a right uppercut. Tunney looking to duplicate that. And he lands the right hand, then the left hook, and another right hand. Good job by Gene Tunney. Both fighters feint but don't fire. Liston tries to load up. He lands the cross, then the left hook. Tunney blinks, but there's no blood. Oh! Tunney goes to the belt line. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Under a minute to go here in round 13. They tie up. Referee Gardner breaks them. Liston bangs a couple of hooks to the body. He's got to land something big to the head. And there's Gene with 2 jabs at the bell. Tunney well ahead in this bout. Will he go on cruise control? He really didn't set down on his punches there, though he did go to the belt line to say, hey, I remembered what you did to me. 6 more minutes for Sonny Liston to pull off a boxing miracle. He will need a knockout to win. Round 14, the bell. Fighters both looking for an opening. And it's Tunney who's first. 2 jabs and a right hand. 3-punch salvo lands upon Sonny Liston's cranium. And Liston has a bad cut over the right eye now. He is bleeding heavily. Left eye, right eye, and the mouth. Tunney looks to end it. Tunney, jab and another right hand. Tunney measuring with the jab. Feints to the body, now up to the head, and then back down to the body. Excellent job by Tunney. He's opening up. Right hand, lead right lands upon Liston. Liston misses, Tunney misses. Tunney setting down on his punches. Liston parries them away. 30 seconds to go here in round 14. Tunney, pause, boom with the right hand. Final seconds here of round 14. 2 jabs and a right hand. Oh, Liston is a bloody, swollen mess. And there are 3 more minutes to go in this bout. Will Liston come out for round 15? He is well behind. Will Sonny Liston quit on his stool? In the Tunney corner, they are ecstatic. They're telling Gene, just box him. Box him. You're a winner. Referee Dave Gardner has called for the ringside physician, Dr. David Little. They're checking Liston over in his corner. They ask him if you want to go. He says yes. His corner says yes. Final 3 minutes. Both pugilists, ring center. They touch gloves. The bell. And it's Tunney right away. Tunney feints the jab. Right hook, left hook, right hook. Liston backs up. He's in trouble. Liston tries to fight off the ropes. Liston lands a right hand and a left hook. Fights his way off the ropes. Liston continues to throw, but he misses. Tunney slides side to side. Tunney looking to set down, but he doesn't fire. Now Tunney ties up Liston. Liston rabbit punches. Referee Gardner breaks them. Tunney goes to the belt line after those rabbit punches. Under a minute to go. Liston throws in, misses. Big, wild, hard shots. Tunney, final 30 seconds. Jab, right hand, left hook. Final seconds here of the bout. Toe-to-toe exchange, and there's the bell. There is the bell. A dejected, bloody, battered, and swollen Sonny Liston taps Tunney on the shoulder, nods his head, and you can hear him through those swollen lips say, good fight. Tunney goes over to the Liston corner. Liston goes to the Tunney corner. We see this as a big win for Gene Tunney. Let's go to the ringside scorer first. 148-140. We had it 149. 139. This should be a huge unanimous decision for Gene Tunney. The scorecards have been collected by the commission here in Connecticut. They're taking a look at it. Now they give it over to referee Dave Gardner. Dave Gardner goes over it with the commission. Dave Gardner will now give it to Kurt Berglund, the ring announcer. Kurt Berglund calls for the mic. We'll have the decision in moments. I do believe that D. Scott Howard's prediction of Tunney should pick Liston apart has come to fruition. Now we have the decision. We have a unanimous decision, 148-140, 149-139, 148-141. The winner by unanimous decision, and still heavyweight champion of the world, Gene Tunney, the Fighting Marine from Greenwich, Connecticut, as the Yale Bowl erupts, 80,000 strong. They have seen the favorite son win once again, and he did it quite easily over the number 1 ranked heavyweight Sonny Liston. Tremendous, tremendous fight by Gene Tunney. He nearly took Liston out a few times, but again, he was well ahead. He didn't do anything crazy. He didn't let Liston catch him with a lucky punch, and he was dominant. So there you have it. Gene Tunney retains his heavyweight title once again. Unanimous decision over Sonny Liston, 15 rounds. Marvin Hagler retained his middleweight title against number 1. Both number 1 contenders lost tonight. Graziano was knocked out in the 7th. Rocky Marciano, George Foreman, both coming off losses. Marciano with a big win to take the vacant USBA title, which was vacated by Sonny Liston when he fought for the world heavyweight title, as he stopped big George Foreman in the 11th. And then, to start off the fisticuffs, a tremendous middleweight contest, Vito Antuofermo. Again, Vito, his fights are close, sometimes ugly, they're mauling, they're brawling, but they're always exciting in my opinion. Won a majority decision, in my eyes an upset, as he beat Jake LaMotta 97-94. Then it was 96-96, then 97-95. So Vito Antuofermo would like a world title shot, but in my Legends of Boxing universe, fighters who actually fought, I try to stay away from that. That being said, I might have to go Willie Pep against Sandy Sadler, because it seems like there's no one who can beat Willie Pep at featherweight. He's the featherweight champion. So let's just take a quick look. Let's go to the rankings. And let's go to the heavyweight rankings. I'd like to thank D. Scott Howard, RJL518, our good friend Rob. Check out those wonderful channels. As the GOAT Whisperer D. Scott Howard says, another day at the office for Gene. It sure was. I'd also like to thank Forrest Heitert. Cutter Historical, check out his wonderful channel. Robbie Wartburg has a channel with some fun stuff on there. Jeff Ray, thank you. Main Event, thank you. And, of course, our good friend, SteelerFan1933, Matt. All right, so Gene Tunney. Whoa, they already moved. That's pretty cool. I didn't even move Sonny Liston back. They did for me. Cool. I was going to move. That's what I was doing. So Joe Frazier moves in the number 1 slot. Joe Louis number 2. Sonny Liston. We're going to drop Liston back to 4. Let's move Holyfield to 3. All right. Everyone else will stay the same. Let's go to Marciano. Beat Foreman. He actually moved up to 14. They already moved him up. That's kind of cool. We're going to move Marciano ahead of Nino Valdez, I would say. There we go. So he's in the top 12. All right, so we have our heavyweights set. Now let's go to middleweights. So that's cool. Hagler won. Antuofermo moved. Did he stay at 3? No, he moved up. I think he moved up 1. Manzone still the number. Reuben Carter, who upset Mickey Walker, is the number 1 ranked contender. Maybe we fight that one, though. I think Hagler will handle it. Though I thought Mickey Walker would handle Reuben Carter. And Carter won a majority decision. Graziano drops to 5. So I like what they've done. Once it starts, they're starting to shift around the ratings without me doing it. Now I can adjust them. I still think Graziano should be ahead of Fletcher. And that's it. We haven't done too many middleweight fights. Maybe it's Hagler and Reuben Carter. We've got to work in. I think we'll work in. Well, LaMotta lost. Maybe we'll work in Marcel Cerdan and Sugary Robinson. Let's go back to the heavyweights for a second. Gene Tunney beat the number 1 contender, so now he gets an elective title defense. Chuvalo is going to fight. Where's Lennox Lewis? Oh, here he is. Chuvalo and Lennox Lewis are going to fight for the British Commonwealth title. I don't know if I'm going to do that in Toronto or at Wembley. Tunney, Ika Beabuchi. That could be interesting. Tunney, Holyfield. Maybe Tunney, David. I think he easily beats David Tua unless Tua lands something big. Tunney, Ezra Charles. That could be interesting. Who knows? Maybe we give Rocky Marciano a title shot. Though I think that's a... Marciano... See, here's what I don't get. Against a tactician, you see how it says T? Well, let's click here. You see how it says T? A 7. He's better than that. That's not a good rating. You got to make him at least an 8. To be honest with you, he should be a 9 and a 9. That's just my opinion. Not a 7. Okay. I can adjust it if I want. You go into edit ratings, but I don't do that. Close. Now let's take a look at Ezra Charles. Ezra Charles is an 8 and an 8. An 8 and an 8. Marciano beat him twice. See what I'm saying? Marciano is a 9 and a 7. Marciano should at least be a 9. Well, he should actually be a 10-8, in my opinion. 10 against a pressure fighter, and an 8 against a tactician. Again, I'm not going to change it. I respect the game's ratings. I don't agree with them. Let's look at Joe Walcott. 9 and a 9. Marciano beat Walcott twice. You see what I'm saying? The ratings don't make any sense. You have to go off. So, people complain Marciano beat Walcott when he was old, but yet they have Walcott technically, when it comes to control, rated higher. Do you see what I'm saying? You can't do that. Doesn't make sense. I'll give you my example. I made Joe Baxkey. I originally had Baxkey 7-7. When I tested the fight, okay, he beat Victorio Campolo, okay. But then he TKO'd Ezra Charles. In reality, he lost to Ezra Charles. Ezra Charles is a tactician. I dropped it down to a 6. Then I ran 2 more fights. Charles won by TKO in 15, TKO in 14. More realistic, right? Because he really TKO'd him in 11. And then we fought Walcott. Walcott stopped him on cuts. Okay, I can see that because he lost a decision. And he was losing a decision to Walcott. He beat Jean-Pierre Koopman, Mike Weaver. He was supposed to fight Joe Louis, but he got screwed out of a decision to a Scandinavian fighter. And he didn't get his title shot, so we fought that. And Louis beat him handily over 10 rounds. Then he lost to Joe Bugner on cuts in the 10th. Bugner was beating him pretty... Again, that's unreal. Different errors. But do you understand what I'm saying? You cannot have, in my opinion, Rocky Marciano undefeated in real life. He is a 9-7. 9 against a pressure fighter, 7 against a tactician. Now let's look at Ezra Charles and Jersey Joe Walcott, who he beat twice. One more time, and then I'll shut the hell up. And I love Ezra Charles and Joe Walcott and Joe. I love all the fighters. Not the biggest Ali fan, but he was great. I can admit that. So Joe Walcott, who Marciano knocked out twice, is a 9-9. It doesn't make sense. What this is biased, which is fine. We all have bias in our ratings, but it doesn't make sense. Ezra Charles, who lost 2 fights to Marciano, one by decision, close decision, but he lost. He lost, and then was knocked out. He's an 8-8. I've looked at some of these ratings. I don't understand some of them. The logic in some of them. And again, it's just my opinion. I love this game. I'm so happy they put it on the computer. I would never play this on tabletop because I hate a ton of charts. George Chavallo, 7-7. Okay, that's not bad. Let's see who else here. Joe Louis, 11-9. Okay. I would have made Louis an 11 and a 10. I would make him... Well, they did make him pretty chinny, so that's good. I still think Louis should be... I like the 11 for Louis. I think he should be a 10 against... He was a boxer-puncher. Again, these are just my opinions. I'm pretty good with boxing. But this is a fun game. I recommend it. And it's fun. It brings up discussion. I tell you who's a fun fighter, Louis Firpo. Firpo's a fun fighter. He beat Frank Bruno, on a fight card we did offline. So anyway, it's a good time, good stuff. Just my little thoughts. We're all entitled to our thoughts. Let's go back to the schedule. I like to leave it right here and go here. So there you have it. Thank you very much. Hope everyone enjoyed it. RJL 518 just read up on Tunney. He served his country with distinction, saw no combat, but did lots of combat training for the troops in World War II. He was in World War I also. He was in World War I. I think he did see combat in World War I. So, yeah, he was. I'm pretty sure he was in World War I. There was a big stink about how he went to go fight the war and Jack Dempsey didn't. So, anyway. Oh, one more rant. Let's go back here. Go back to the rankings. Jack Dempsey. Let's put this in alphabetical order so I can find him quicker. Jack Dempsey. Again, this is an excellent game. 9-8. I can see the 8 against the tactician. But he had a lot of trouble with boxers. Dempsey can actually probably slightly overrated. Not here, but I'm saying throughout history. Pressure fighter. Again, I think that should be I mean, just because a guy coming at Dempsey was such a big puncher, he had trouble with guys who moved away from him. The 8s, I think Dempsey should be a 10-8. That's what I think. And then Marciano again. 12. I think Marciano should be the same, 10-8. But anyway, just my thoughts. Just my thoughts, my friend. My friends. And again, this is what's fun about these games. It brings up discussions, and it's always fun. So, thank you very much. Health and happiness. Stay safe. Be smart. I hope you're getting better and better each and every day. RJL518, our good friend Rob. Thank you to Robbie Wartburg, D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, as we go through our thank yous once again. I like to do that. I appreciate your time. I greatly appreciate your time. Forrest Heiter, Cutter Historical, Jeff Ray, Robbie Wartburg, Main Event, and of course, our good friend, Steeler Fan 1933, a.k.a. Matt. Till next time, I love you all. God bless. If you enjoyed the stream, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed and you want to, please do so. If you want to share this, by all means, share it. And check out all the other wonderful content creators in our community. So, have fun with the games you play, whether sports games, video games, whatever games you like to play. Treat people the way you want to be treated. God bless. Till next time, peace!